Okay, so similar question again. Obviously S on the right hand side there in dinars and H in dollars. So the first thing we need to do is translate these dinars. So let's translate them. We need to translate them at the year end rate, which is 8. So you've got all the assets and all the liabilities divided by 8, which gives me about 136. So far so good. Now I'll get on with S's equity then. So year end, acquisition, post acquisition, and if you remember, I only do the year end and the acquisition column, and I do it all to begin with in the foreign currency. So nice and straightforward, 100 and 987, 100 and 987. That must be 100 then, and then I need to go searching for reserves at acquisition, 1164. Cool, 1164. Then we add that down as normal, 1264. That's the book value. I want the fair value. So the fair value is 42. No, it can't be right, can it? That's the fair value of NCI. The fair value is 1332. So 1332, meaning I need a fair value adjustment then of 1332 minus 1264. I need a fair value adjustment of 68. That's caused by PPE in my questions. Let's go and see over how long. So there it is, 68 over 10. How long ago did I buy it? 4 years. So total depreciation would be, so far, would be 27.2. So therefore, it would be 68 less 27.2. At the year end, it would be at about 40.8, which we'll call 41 then. Okay, so at the year end, 41. Remember, I don't put anything in post acquisition. Now I translate it into dollars. So the year end rate is, as I can see there, is 8. So at the year end, it'd be 100 divided by 8, which I'll call 12. Then it's 987 divided by 8, which I'll call 123, and 41 divided by 8 is 5, and I need to go put that 5. So I ignore those, and this is the column that I want. So, because it's in dollars, I can now go put 5. That's in dollars already, perfect. Add it onto their PPE. At acquisition then, I need the new at acquisition rate, which is 10. Well, that makes life easy for me then. 100 divided by 10 is 10, and that must be 116 more or less, and that must be 7 at acquisition. Okay, so now I can do the post acquisition, and if I do the post acquisition then, it would be 12 minus 10, which is 2, 123 minus 116, which is 7, 5 minus 7 is negative 2, add all that down then, and it comes to 7. That's the post acquisition that I'm looking for. So keep going then. Now we can calculate goodwill. If you remember, it is in the currency, the foreign currency. So fair value consideration, that's always the tricky bit. Fair value of NCI, that will normally be given, and the fair value of net assets acquired, again already given, which is here, look, the 1332. So all in the foreign currency. Fair value of NCI is the 420. And then the fair value of consideration, well, I only know what it is in dollars. I know it was 100 in dollars. So I've just got to multiply that then by the year-end rate. And the year-end rate was, not by the year-end rate, sorry, the acquisition rate, because I'm doing goodwill. So at the acquisition rate of 10, so that's 1,000. So that will give me goodwill then of 88. But that is in dinars. I want it in dollars. So I need to translate it at acquisition. Then I'm going to translate it at the year end, and that will give me a difference. But I'll use the year end figure on my balance sheet. But at acquisition, it was 88. Use the acquisition rate of 10. So that would be 8.8, which I will call 9. 88 at the year end, using 8. So 88 divided by 8 is 11. So that gives me a goodwill gain of 2, and it's the 11 that we use on our balance sheet, and it's the 11 that I'm going to go and put up here. So Goodwill 11. Next working then is the NCI. So NCI, I want at acquisition, I want plus post acquisition. There's no impairment of goodwill, but there is this goodwill translation gain that I made, isn't it? So first of all, let's get the NCI percentage sorted out. 70% we own, 30% they own. So fair value of NCI was 420 at acquisition. So I want it in dollars though. So 420 divided by 10 gives me the 42, the at acquisition rate. This then would be, my mind's gone blank, 30%. Yeah. So post acquisition would be 30% of whatever I've got in my post acquisition column, which is already in dollars now. So 30% of 7 is 2.1. And then the goodwill translation then would be 30% of the gain. There's the gain there, look, of 2. So 30% of 2 is 0.6. So if I add all of that down, I will get 44.7. That will do. Okay, 44.7. Let me go put it in. There are we. NCI then. Put it in here. 44.7. Next and final working, retained earnings. So retained earnings, I want all of H, not all of S, and I want my goodwill translation gain going in as well. Okay, I'll do the translation gain straight away, look, because I can see that NCI got 30% of 2, so we get 70% of 2, which is 1.5. I can see that NCI got 30% of post-acquisition, so I want 70% of the same post-acquisition. 70% of 7 is 4.9, and then I just need H's retained earnings at the year end, 815, that's already in dollars, so that's good. 815, add all that down then, and I will get 815 plus 4.9 plus 1.4 equals 821.3. So if I put the 821.3 in and cross my fingers and my toes and what have you, it should all balance. So share capital always the holding company. Let's have a look at that then. So plus 44.7 plus 100 comes to 966. And then add these across. So 815 plus 136 plus 5 equals 956. Add on the 11, 967. Have a little bit of a cry because it's 1 out, but that is just due to rounding. Okay, so that's how you do that, folks.